Hello, my name is Joyce Peshu. I'm the Programs Officer, Gender at Kenya Wildlife Conservancies Association. Some of the ways that gender influences participation and decision making in wildlife management include: 1. Power dynamics. The society norms and power imbalances usually influences the voices and viewpoints that are given by either men or women. And most of the time, the viewpoints and voices by the men are considered more as compared to women, because they are the ones who sit in these decision-making bodies, and so that means their interests and priorities are usually considered. The other component is access and control of resources. Conservancies sit on land. Land has been a preserve for men for a long time, and so because of the land ownership being culturally being a preserve for the men, women have been automatically excluded, and that have limited them accessing productive assets and them being able to influence decisions at conservancies. The other component is on gender division of labor. Traditionally, women have been assigned the caregiving roles and reproductive roles that sometimes are quite a lot, and they burden the women, and so the women will concentrate doing the caregiving roles, the reproductive roles, and the decision-making roles at wildlife management, or specifically in conservancies, are given to the men. And so this is how gender has really influenced representation and decision making within wildlife management, specifically conservancies in Kenya. Women that take up roles in wildlife management face different challenges. So at the moment, we have wildlife protection is a key component in wildlife management, and mostly now finding the ranger workforce that deal with the wildlife protection. But ranger workforce, when you look at their roles, and even like the environment in that sector, mostly has been made enabling for men. And so women that are getting into this field of the ranger workforce face different challenges, or face so many challenges. One is that the men that are there as rangers still hold some biases that are associated with the rangers being just a preserve for men. And so these biases sometimes will lead to just being able to demean the women that have gotten into this ranger workforce. But you'll also see that sometimes in the rangers camps, they don't provide an enabling environment. So some of the women could be mothers, some of them could have just delivered, they need to go for maternity leave, and when they come they have their children. So those are the challenges that are facing women in the ranger workforce. The other component is women that are taking up leadership roles. Like in Kenya at the moment, out of all the conservancies we have only 2 female chairpersons. Why? Because those leadership roles within conservancies and wildlife management has been for men for a long time. And so like communities, promoting the women leadership, it will need to change, some of these biases they still hold. So the challenge of that, there is no buy-in from both men and women for women to take up leadership spaces. In some cases, you even hear that these meetings are being held in areas that are not considered safe, or they are held at night. Those are areas or ways in which now women face challenges in taking up such roles in conservancies.